Are NBA fans aware of the unbelievable event we all just witnessed these past playoffs? How is the league going to handle this in the next 5 to 10 years? Because we just saw the new young faces annihilate our once beloved superstars, the names we've been cheering for over a decade. LeBron, Durant, Harden, Kawhi, they're all trailing the youngsters. I mean, we didn't even get to see Curry this postseason. The Warriors have been a staple in our lives for so long. How could this happen? While the rest of the league has continued to get deeper with talent, the Golden State trio has stagnated since their surprise title run in 2022. And let's be honest, there's very little chance of them figuring out a way to come back on top. Through the self-destructive tendencies of Draymond Green, betting on questionable young talent like James Wiseman, and decline with age for everyone not named Steph Curry, we saw the end of a dynasty this year, all encapsulated by the image of a Splash Brother holding up a different jersey. The ending of one chapter means we're all about to start another, one that, by the looks of it, is not going to be centered around just one team. There are too many mouths to feed that are worthy of a title run. Out of the last 6 championships, 1 went to Steph, 1 went to LeBron, and the other 4 each went to a separate home. An era of parity has been dipping its toe in the water, but now we're about to witness a cannonball off the freaking high dive. How many teams can you think of right now that have a shot at making the finals next year? More specifically, how many of them are seen as young, hot teams? 3, 4, 6, maybe 10? This past year, we saw a team like the Pacers go from seeming like a fun playing team during the regular season to making the conference finals. Say what you want about how they made it there. The main point is that anything can happen with this talented of a pool of players. The first name that comes to mind is obviously the Celtics, but how about Luka and the Mavs? Edwards and the Wolves? The Thunder, the Knicks, the Pacers, and even the Magic were the 3 seed at one point. The point is that the Warriors are passing the baton to approximately 5 to 8 different teams all at once. Let's take a closer look at some of the bigger names to see who's up next. Before we do that though, let's quickly get this out of the way. We will be talking about last year's draft class because of Victor Wembanyama. We will not, however, be talking about this year's class. When Bronny James at 55 and Jared McCain's TikToks are talked about more than the first 2 overall picks, this class might need to prove themselves for a bit. Okay, back to the show. The Boston Celtics are the only team that might put a stop to this whole parity idea, because with their $1 billion starting 5, the future might be green in multiple ways. With Steph and Klay broken up, are Tatum and Brown the next legacy-forming duo? With Brown winning Finals MVP, you could expect Tatum to want to get his own in the upcoming years. Although, Jason will always have the Olympics over Jalen, I suppose. In all seriousness, that's the only thing that might break up this team. Envy. Did you think I meant the future might be green only because of the jerseys and money? Or maybe the future will be silver and blue. Luka Doncic just got his first taste of the finals, and I'm sure it won't be his last. The Dallas Mavericks just brought in Klay to add to their already lethal backcourt of Luka and Kyrie. It's a roster stacked with guys where a ring would mean a lot. Surrounding them are some familiar faces with their trio of big men, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, and Derek Lively. But they also brought in Najee Marshall and Quentin Grimes. Both players can knock down shots from deep. And just stop and take a second to think about what could happen in the upcoming years if the Mavs start winning. After all this reputation turmoil, Kyrie would be back on top. It'd be around a decade since his Cavs championship, and Klay could complete the full hand for rings. He could run back to Golden State for a farewell season, but throw up 5 fingers, while Steph and Draymond only could 4. But the guy in the West who might have something to say about Luka winning is Anthony Edwards. The Timberwolves were at one point the worst team in all men's American sports, but now luckily for them, they have one of the brightest stars in the NBA. And if we want to talk about the passing of the baton from the older generation, then we need to also look beyond just who will win the future championships. An even bigger question, who will become the face of the league? LeBron and Curry have captured headlines for so long, maybe Edwards and Luka will be the next 2 after a couple more conference finals matchups. Luka can talk trash and complain about the refs, while Edwards throws fireballs at the rim and flashes everyone that charismatic smile. Ant has found a way to find success on the court, also making everyone fall in love with him. Whether it's interviews talking about MJ not being able to guard him, or when he's mic'd up on the court and we hear him hyping up his older teammates. If the kid from Georgia isn't already the face of the league, he's going to be soon. But instead of just one guy like Edwards, what if there was an entire team that was super lovable and fun to watch? Because the Oklahoma City Thunder are just that. You turn on one of their games and you can instantly tell the connection these young guys have with each other. They're cracking jokes, bench guys are standing and cheering for guys on the court. It just seems like overall good vibes 24/7. A team this lovable and also this talented holds a lot of power in shaping the league's future. Everybody wants to copy the champions, right? So if Shea and OKC win, is everyone just gonna start being happy? Oh wait, I forgot to mention someone I said I would earlier. This guy might just take every award, every championship, every heart of every fan, all all for himself. Kyle Kuzma signed the extension with the Wizards and has put the league on that's for a different video. Victor Wembanyama is called an alien for a reason. It's because he's about to take the league to a whole other planet. His defense, his handle, his IQ, his shooting. He's the entire package expanded into a 7'4" body. We spent over a decade cheering for the David-esque point guard launching threes. I suppose it's about time we try out rooting for Goliath. Overall, the NBA is going from dominant super teams to superstars all over the freaking place. Although nothing is official, the writing on the wall from Adam Silver is the league will be expanding into Seattle and Las Vegas. This means there will be more big markets for stars to stake their claims on the league. We'll also see more opportunities for guys who sometimes get lost on the bench. Because if players like Karis LeVert are capable of scoring 50, who else is? I think we're about to find out here soon. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the Kyle Kuzma highlights, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more.